Fucking zoom.
When you reach the volcanic
Zoom
crater,
with
be
your
sure to
Good
visit
day,
the Red
sir.
Sage's lab
That way they
and
call
activate the
zooms. We had
teleport
used
key
zoom
so
in
that
high
Father and
school.
I can join you.
Get beat them.
Me.
See if I can beat them.
Oh my! Those lurkers must be headed for a detonator at the end
What
of
would
the
they do?
canyon.
You don't know.
If they reach it before
Probably
you
go,
do, they'll blow up the
"Piss
entire
me."
pass. You gotta beat them there and destroy the
They turn
detonator,
around
or
and
it's
start
all
hunting you.
over.
They start to pee on you too.
Me.
Oh, you just have to beat him?
Yep.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic.
Is this why they decided to do Jak X?
Yep.
They always want to make a racing game.
We're calling it Jackass.
No!
That's a tree.
He really wanted to make love to that tree. It was the most sexy tree in that forest, right?
I'm a sexy tree, and I know it. It's a hole.
I need to redo it. I've missed too much stuff.
No!
Missed too much stuff.
You like that noise? No!
Do you like that noise, Mr. President?
No!
And then Metal Gear Rising takes place after every snake is dead.
Yep. Well,
Big
people-
Boss
yeah.
tells Sala at the end, this world's better without snakes.
The only thing is, though, there is a theory that he is alive, just not.
Well, he only had a year to live after the ending, and Metal Gear Rising takes place years after that. So Solid Snake would be dead.
Yeah.
Unless they found a way to de-age, but I don't think they did. Because knowing Kojima, he probably just wanted Snake to be dead at that point. With the Metal Gear Rising, I think literally every Snake's dead.
Which is funny.
Which is sad.
I mean, it's horrible, but I love that they gave Raiden his own little game, and then all of a sudden, nope, no more. And then after that game, people were like, oh, Raiden was actually an awesome character. Maybe we should make more
Metal Gear
games.
Rising was a cool game and a good story, and we should have had a Metal Gear Rising 2, but we didn't appreciate what we had back then.
I always liked Raiden, but everyone else was like, ugh, Raiden sucked. I'm like, I liked it. He was a cool
Too damn
Like,
bad.
looping back again, it's like Metal Gear Rising wasn't bad. Like, Resident Evil 6 wasn't necessarily bad. I know it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible
it
like
was-
they tried to act.
exactly. No, I think this is how I felt about it.
6 was better than 3. Both 3s,
Six,
in my opinion.
Yes, 6 actually had a really
Good work.
a really
You
good
beat
plot.
them to the
It's actually
detonator.
kind of an
The
easy.
Well, and
Resident
also
Evil
when you look
just
at
ended.
how many copies
Go
of
down
6
the
are
teleport
sold,
gate
it
so
literally
we can join
outsells
you.
at least more than half of the game
I know. Yeah.
in the franchise. Which means people bought it, which means people liked it, and people are still buying it. With all those copies being sold.
Yeah, that happened.
Unless so many people bought those copies and then just
Return.
when they're asked if they like the game, they go, "No, I hate it." Then they secretly go play it by themselves. Like, I love this game. Like, do you like 6? No, I hate it. I was trying to get the plot.
I'm trying to get all the platinum, and six was not bad.
Holy
It was
yucca!
quite a
The
fun.
Red Sage's lab looks
See, I
worse
think
than
most people
booze.
too is they didn't have a
definitely
player
looks
2 to
as
play
though
it
he's
with,
gonna
and you have more
struggle
fun with 2 people.
I'm gonna see how many cards I have to get to the next area. If I can just get to the
Certainly
next
not.
area, then I'll just.
The Red Sage gave up with so
So
little effort.
I'll say 5,
No
6,
fun
and
at
Revelations
all.
2 are a lot more fun if you have a friend to play it
Is
with.
that
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
You've finally gone off the
Six,
deep end,
Revelations 2 is really.
And Maya,
kinda
I
different.
told you
kinda-
the dark eco would affect you
kinda
both.
easy.
Nobody
Yeah, it's
easy
probably
is much
harder
more-
with one person.
What have
I
you
think
two
you
done
have
with
to
the
do a
blue
few
and
extra
red sages?
Don't worry about your colorful
It's definitely easier.
You old fool. They're perfectly
I don't
safe
get why
in our citadel.
Revelation 1
A
was
special guest.
but
They
there's
have
two characters.
graciously agreed to help
But it was a
us on a
single-player
little
game.
project.
You were wrong, Samos. Dark Eco
I like how
can
he has
be
an
controlled.
echoey voice and she just has a
We've
normal
learned
voice.
its secrets.
You didn't
And
do
now
well,
we can
Samuel.
reshape the world to our liking.
You
I
can't
do think it's
control
right
Dark
that they
Eagle
made
by
it feel, like,
itself.
really awesome,
Even the
really awesome.
precursors.
Until now, we've had to scrape
Also-
by with what little dark
We're not-
eco we could find near the surface.
Why?
But soon,
Both
we will
Five
have
and
access to
Revelation,
the
she
vast
always wore the
stores of
wetsuit.
I
dark
know. I
eco
was like, and
hidden
then
deep
she also,
underground.
and then she looked
Not
good
the
in the
silos.
the remake, and then all of a sudden
The
3 they're like,
silos, they will be opened,
Huh?
and all the Dark Eagle
There.
of the world will be ours.
The woke era of games.
But that's impossible. Only a precursor robot.
Oh, don't look so upset, Samos. We've got big
How come
plans
her
for
tits
you.
randomly have different the enemy?
I don't know.
When
Like
the
they look stiff
animators
most
go.
of the
Wait a
time,
minute.
and then like occasionally if she
That
moved, all of a
was
sudden it
Gull?
would just jiggle like
The same
like
guy
one.
who's supposed to change me back?
It just
Gull
seemed very
is the guy
odd.
trying to kill us? I'm doomed.
We may all be doomed. If they open the silos, the Dark Eco will twist and destroy
Trying to
everything
get
it
through this
touches.
as fast as
We
possible.
simply must
I
get
actually
to
do
their
like
citadel
that.
to stop them.
I will
The
say
fastest way
though,
there is through the lava tube
when
at
you
the bottom
ask
of this
people
crater.
one of the
A
hardest
few more power
players,
cells and your zoomer
PS2
suit
game,
shield should get you across
Jack
the
2 is
lava
up there on
safely.
All right, my boy.
don't know why,
You know what to
but
do.
people say that
Take
Jack
the
2 is
flea
a
bag
really
and go
hard
round up
game.
more power cells.
I don't know why. I will say it is not easy, but I don't think it's one of the hardest games to do. I think part of me actually thinks that Resident Evil 4 is really difficult to play on professional. On professional, not
Original or remake?
original.
Well, it's funny if the original, because I played it so much, like, anytime I would do, like, a normal run and then do a professional run right afterward, like, the professional runs feels, like, stupidly easy for some reason.
Yeah.
Seek the pure light, for within its
The
flame, the
remake
answers
one isn't
reside.
that bad.
You can gain my power cells
The professional
by
mode on
bringing
that-
120 precursor orbs for each.
I just don't, yeah,
You have
that's
obtained
another thing.
another
I
power
just,
cell.
like, that's what I mean, is, like, there's a lot of things why I can't classify as a good remake, because there's, like, little things where, like, the original 4, the more you played it, the more you found out little secrets and stuff, like, certain, like, enemies had certain weaknesses.
No enemies have.
4 remake, they just removed all those little, like, Easter eggs
There
and
are no
stuff.
weaknesses to that. The most.
Like, when you the more times you replay it, the more you realize there's no, like, little fun secrets that you can find, like the original.
The only thing that's kind of
Because you know how many times it took me to play the original before I realized that, like, the big cheese was, like, weak, like, fire grenades and stuff.
Yeah, I wish there was the same thing in that.
And then 4 remake just completely removed
Got rid of
fire
fire
grenades,
grenades.
but enemies can throw fire grenades at you, aka Molotovs. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm still gonna bitch about that every time I have a chance. Well, no, not really. I don't need to keep bitching about it. It's just, I don't know. They have it programmed because they have the villagers throwing Molotovs, which is
They just got
they
Hey guys,
literally have
by
the
my
asset of the
calculations,
game.
It's going to take 72 power cells
Yeah,
to fuel
I
the
don't know.
heat shield against the lava on the way to Gaul and Maya's
That
citadel.
was close.
Maybe no, even the enemies, like, I think they can harm each other with fire
Oh yeah,
damage.
they can. Yeah, and you can hit their torch.
So
and
it's
burn them.
not that they had the program enemies to be hurt by fire, 'cause they already did.
Well, you know what I said? You can shoot their torch and it burns.
Yeah, you can hurt yourself with fire. They can hurt each other with fire. And in the original game, incendiary grenades were just retextured flashbangs. And if you remember in the original, like, explosive, incendiary, and flashbangs all were the same grenade, except it was just recolored blue,
The only
blue,
one,
brown, and green.
the only thing that I do kind of say I didn't like about it was they got rid of it for Ada.
Most of that was probably just originally cut 'cause they weren't gonna have it, but then they probably were like,
Well,
let's
people
just say-
complained about it. So,
and then so they were like, let's just have it for the Ada mode.
and then when I played it, I'm like, oh, I see. Well, do you know what it is even? He's apparently he's
Like
a
called like
henchman.
he's called like U-23 or
Well,
something
not
like that.
just that. He's not even an experiment. He's just the left hand of Salazar.
In the remake,
Yeah, he's the left hand of Salazar.
in the original, he was called like U-23 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, so you're
And he was like Sadler's experiment.
Yeah, you remember Salazar?
And remember in the original, like the left hand was already like with Salazar and the monster, and the right hand was the one that you killed in the basement.
Yeah, well, if you notice that Salazar's left hand's missing when in that cutscene, that's because Ada
when he transforms.
Yep. So Ada kills him during the time when you're in hit. Kills hit. Yep.
That's even more annoying. I don't know.
I can play that one too.
We've got to save the other
DLC
sages.
isn't too bad. I mean,
the original is always gonna be there, but like, I had such high hopes for the remake. I don't know.
She works with she works with what do you call him? Lewis for a little bit.
I can say it's definitely a bit. I don't even want to compare it to 3 remake, because 3 remakes, anything's like no. I was gonna say at least it's a full game, unlike 3 remake, but that's not even a fair comparison because 3 was just rushed by a third-party company that they just outsourced.
Lewis.
So I'd compare it to 2.
You know, I love that. His name's Luis through the entire thing. Chris, Liam's like, Lewis?
He still calls him
Lewis!
Do you like, the one thing I can complain about is that the one character they kept the comedy of the original with was through Louise. It's just like, now, if you kept, and you know what the character everybody is obsessed with before remake? Louise. It's like, wow, it's almost like that's what people wanted. And if you would have kept that on every, like, Leon and Ashley and stuff like it was supposed to be, the game would have been, like, even better. But they're like, no, humor equals cringe, and cringe is bad.
I'm gonna grab
horror games is scary, no humor in horror games.
I'm gonna get the last like.
Yeah.
There's another.
The 2 games I always talk about like why people liked it for what it was, like horror comedies, like comedy horror games. I bet you can guess both franchises.
Dead Rising and
Resident Evil. Yeah. And after Resident Evil 6, they completely morphed. Well, and even Resident Evil 6, there was no comedy either, so 6 was already kind of morphing what Resident Evil was. So, I mean, I already agree that 6 was kind of like a weird step where like they're just trying something like way too much new.
I don't know. I just hope
because if you remember, 5 still had comedy in it. It still had like the awkwardness, the comedy, the horror. It had a lot of action.
Do you know what people actually say? They say that people want Sheva back because she was actually awesome.
I have this feeling they're gonna wokify her somehow and make her ugly.
That's the point. That's the thing. People are like, Sheva's like.
And you know, like what they did with Jill. Like I never thought they were gonna remove Jill's ass, and because.
That's the thing I always hear about Sheva. Like, Sheva's beautiful. People are like,
because remember, Jill and Claire always had asses, and with the remakes they removed them. So
yeah, Jill.
Be prepared for Sheva to have no ass and to be wokified. Because Hunnigan doesn't even look like Hunnigan as well with like 4 remake. And it doesn't look like it. Doesn't sound like it. Personally, I don't think they got the right voice actor for Hunnigan at all. It just feels like she's reading her lines.
My favorite is that
Ada and Hunnigan just feel like they're reading lines.
After replaying the 6 game, I forgot that there was jiggle. I completely forgot them.
In 6?
Yeah.
Maybe you can shoot.
Is it bad that personally I prefer 2 remake over 4?
No, I think the 2 remakes pretty awesome.
I feel like 2 and 4 were good remakes. Well, I hate calling them remakes, like because people that love the original 2 say that they have like a lot of problems with 2 remake.
Well, yeah, because if you actually play replaying 0,
so I'll just call them good games. And I'll just say they're good games because me personally, like I said, I don't think 4 is a good remake, and I've heard a lot of people say that 2 wasn't like a great remake, but it was a good game.
After playing 0, they actually kept certain assets from two. Like there were the facility that Leon and Claire go to at the very end is where Rebecca ends up in 2. I mean 0. I never noticed that until after playing.
Oh, another topic. Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know it was just a remaster. I was like, that's why I was worried that it might be wokeified, but then after when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, it's just a fucking remaster. I'm like, there's, how do you wokify a fucking remaster?
Yeah, because
oh, no, actually, you know how a company wokified a remaster?
How?
Resident Evil 4 VR on like,
that's right.
The Facebook thing, remember?
They got rid of
it was literally a hint at 4 remake, how they took away all the flirting lines and all the quote sexist lines. You remember that?
Yeah, what does my body have to do with my
they took away Luis's lines with literally everybody because he's constantly flirting, making quote sexist jokes. And wow. I was like, no, that's just Facebook. I'm like, there's no way they would remove all those lines. Before remake comes out, I'm like, you fucking son of a bitches made me have faith in you.
That's right.
I'm like, fucking fool me twice.
Wow, I didn't know that the president would get their daughter.
Now I'm at this point where before a game even comes out, I'm not gonna fucking believe them at all, and now I have to literally wait for the game comes out. See if they're gonna fucking remove lines or change lines or cut shit.
I didn't know the president would give his daughter this.
That's horrific. Hey! How rude! My eyes are up here!
I chose where I'm looking.
He's like, your nipples are down there.
He's like, I chose already.
No, she goes, my eyes are up here. Camera pans and his hands are on her tits.
And my hands are right here. Well, the thing is, though, it wasn't really a sexist thing because she stood up for herself after she said that.
Yeah.
She actually fought.
Oh, and the other thing that I didn't like, and there's a lot of things I didn't like here and there, but one of the main ones I didn't like was like, in the original 4, Leon and like Luis became buddies pretty quick because they were like thrown in that shed and they had to like break free.
Because they relayed each other because they were both tied.
But in the remake, he finds Luis tied up and then like he doesn't like Luis already off the bat. He gets knocked out, they wake up, he still doesn't like Luis. Then when he runs into them again with Ashley, he fucking pushes them into the wall, he's like, who the fuck are you? I don't like you.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I noticed of everybody didn't like. It's like, why is he so aggressive with Luis?
Yeah, Leon was kind of a jerk.
That's the one thing people agreed with, is like, why did they so from the original 4 to remake is, so Leon went from like a kind jokester in the original 4 to just a uptight like jackass in the remake. It's like, whoa, Leon, who fucking beat your ass?
Yeah, in the original he wasn't
like that tight ass. I was saying how from the original 4 to remake 4 they just made Leon kind of a dick. In 4 remakes, I was like, in the original 4, he was just chill with Luis from the beginning. In remake, every time he sees Luis, he like shoves him against the wall and goes, I have my eyes on you, bitch.
That's why he's not tight ass anymore. But the thing is though,
and I said that most people didn't like that change where they like in like 4 remake they made him like a dickhead.
The one thing I didn't quite understand is
even Ashley.
I didn't.
He went from nice comedic smartass to untrustworthy. He doesn't trust anybody, and he's just like a tight ass.
I didn't quite understand why Jill
except
was
Freda. Huh?
I didn't quite understand why Jill was. He wasn't like that.
Yeah, that's because they outsourced it to that other studio who clearly wanted to put a twist on Jill. Yeah, they made her the bitchiest character in the fucking franchise.
Because she wasn't mean and
Don't talk to me. Are you trying to even talk to me?
Yeah, cause she wasn't mean.
Or you're a man. Don't talk to me. Every man that tries to talk to her.
Run away!
Oh, you're a man, so you think you're better than me?
Yeah, I never understood why she was so angry.
That's why they need to just remake 3 again.
With their own. With their
Yeah.
own company, I know.
In studio, because the fucking outsource thing was a mess and it was a flop. And at this point, I think people would pay for a new remake if it was done right.
That was stupid.
And then what would be funny if they did do a new remake? They're like, Jill's actually nice, and the clock tower is here.
Yeah, there are a few things
That's literally the 2 biggest critiques: is Jill's a bitch,
and the clock.
No. The 3 critiques is Jill's a bitch, the clock tower is missing, and the game is too short. No, 4 things, and there is no choice like the original.
How long?
The original had choice. The remake didn't.
They actually said that the original 3, to actually 100% it, you have to play it 7 times.
Because of all the little choices. Fight Nemesis, run.
There was another one that they said that.
Work.
What other one did they say? There was another one that.
How do you think butt chugging a beer feels?
I don't want to know. I don't think it's gonna feel that good.
Want to get drunk really quick?
I don't know, but besides it like making you get drunk quick, I wonder what it feels like. Well, I wouldn't want to get an enema either.
Did you?
Like, does it make you like? I wonder if it just makes you feel sick in your stomach. I wonder if it like.
You only throw up the alcohol.
But when you're doing it the opposite way, it's already like almost back. Wait, but it'd be coming out of your ass.
Yeah,
It's like your body, your intestines is much better than the alcohol.
So the alcohol wouldn't leak right back out of your ass.
I don't know what's going on. If you're going straight to the blood.
And then that liquid would somehow work its way back out your penis.
I guess. Through your blood.
Flush its way out. Or maybe you'll sweat it out. Some of it. Some of it might be sweated out, some of it might be flooded.
Yeah.
And then probably some of it might be piss. Well, the piss would probably smell alcohol. I do realize that like certain things when like you eat or drink it, like to make the piss smell worse.
Well, that's probably just the chemicals instead of that food.
And also, if you don't drink as much water and drink more water,
Well, yeah, that's
you'll
just
smell less. But I can't remember certain foods, but I know there's like certain foods or drinks that like you go pee, you're like, ooh, that was a smelly pee.
asparagus. I don't see that with some certain people just don't have that, get that, but then there's some people that
Get it really bad.
I'm not one of those that gets the smell of the asparagus.
There's this thing with like old people where like just any bowel movement or piss just stinks up everything. Like they go to the bathroom, you go in after them, you're like, holy crap, it smells in here.
That is gross.
Like their body's not working well anymore and all the medication.
I hit a wall.
Oh yeah, I also told I'll just bring up random words and see if my cousin knows it, the one that Zoom high schooled in. He'll go like, what's that? I'm like, you don't know what that is? Enema was one of those. I'm like, have you ever had an enema before? He's like, what's that? I'm like, you don't know what an enema is?
You asked him what an enema is.
He's like, what's that? I'm like, you don't know what it is. I'm like, there's Google.
There's Google. You want to look?
All things. Yeah, just start making Google random shit.
I asked if he didn't know what prolapse was either.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, that's that. Yeah, he can Google that one.
Please Google that one.
And I told him like vaginal prolapse, anal prolapse.
Oh, possible oral prolapse.
I think anal prolapse is more probable than vaginal.
Yeah.
But both are pretty gross. Well, and then anal prolapse, happens more when you're like straining a poop or exercise, like straining while like exercising, like weightlifting.
I can think of another way of that happening.
Yeah, you're off the jail.
Yeah.
Well, you don't
I
always
know
have.
women. do
You're
it.
straining while you're getting butt fucked, and then it just comes out with it. I got your anus stuck to my. Oh, okay, I can't finish.
I got your
Oh, it
anus
got
stuck.
stuck! Oh,
I can't
God.
finish that sentence.
It got stuck.
I finished it for you.
It came out with my stick.
Your anus is stuck on my dick.
It's suckering. It's suckering.
It's sucking.
It's queefing.
I didn't know it was a. I didn't know it was alien.
What would a butt? Wait, that's just a fart at
What?
that point.
What were you gonna say?
I was like, what's a butt queef? A fart.
Fart. But
But it's not a fart because it's just the suction noises from the.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
from
I'm
having
done.
Anal sex. Is that what you're talking about? What?
There's no
How
word.
did you even get yourself?
I
through
don't
this
think there's a.
conversation?
I don't think there's a word for it, but I'm not gonna go any further.
I know what
Because
you're talking
you know what my
about,
thought
but Yes.
It just sounds like a fart.
Yeah. So that's what farts are, is air.
And instinct.
yeah, pretty much.
But
Because of the butt.
farts only smell the way they do because there's all shit up there. So they're just taking a small part of it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah, it
shitty.
just- it's
That's
just-
what you're that's what
yeah.
smelling
That's a
is.
pretty shitty situation.
Okay. Match the almost classic. What do you want to do? Play it up or the other one? Or go back to.
Should we say
I want to play 80.
80s?
80.
82?
Oh!
No, just perfect.
Oh, that 80.
Yes, I thought I
Could I
got
get the second one so you can play both of them?
in a row.
So you can binge both.
I've always seen bits and pieces of it.
The second one doesn't have a helmet on.
I know that.
All right. With these additional power cells, I should be able to supply the heat shield with enough power to stand up to this lava. But the shield still has a limit. It will now withstand
Do you think
temperatures
should
up
win
to
the sweat
800 degrees,
t-shirt
but no
contest
more.
down here?
So
Sweating
keep an
could
eye
be
on your
doing?
gauge.
Yes.
I don't want to think about what those temperatures would do to your zoomer if the shield gives out.
Yeah, the heat.
What? The zoomer? Hey, what about us? Don't you
Don't
think
let
we
your
could put
Wait,
Zoomer-
why is
safer
she just
routes
chilling
around
down
the
here,
room?
by the way? I just realized.
I don't know.
Released more cooling
I
balloons
think
into the
she was
tube,
okay. I
so
think
you can use them to keep the temperature down.
Well, how the heck
And
did she
don't
put the
forget
balloons
to
out?
activate the teleport gate in the Yellow Sage's lab. We're counting on you.
Shouldn't she be in less clothes?
Wait, she's gone now.
Yes, because
Remember, it's very important to never let your zoomer exceed 800 degrees.
a lot harder than
It's very not good for them, okay?
a lot harder than it looks. Pain these airplanes.
This zoom is a lot harder than it looks. I'm sorry, whoever designed this game, but that word did not age well. It's not that it's your
zoomer.
fault. It's just that
Zimmer.
I'm zoomer. I know it's zimmer, but my brain was like,
Why is everything exploding?
That's me.
I am the
Door's open. Let's get going.
I am the explosion.
I am.
The explosion.
Therefore, I am. Well, yeah. I still don't understand how he didn't even know like how many colonies there were
You know, that's
and what the stars and stripes represented on the
I
flag.
didn't learn that in school. I learned that stuff in
And the worst thing is how many states there were. I'm like, come on.
Wait,
Like, really?
wait. Does he not know?
Wait, what is
What do you mean? Like 50? Did he not know there are 50 or
Yep.
What? What?
What's worse is his girlfriend also is the same way.
They don't know how many states.
They're both just as intelligent as each other.
But
unintelligent.
Yeah.
But how do you not know
That's
how
what I
many
s-
states?
I know you're saying that's not smart. I was just like,
How do you not know how many states there are?
simple. you
Because
just
they
don't.
didn't do any work in school and they just cheated all the way. And they don't care about knowing things. And they don't care about their own intelligence, clearly. It's called caring about self-improving versus not caring. They clearly don't care about being better.
Okay, I'm at the last level. So next time.
See,
So next time I'll be able.
what it is they can just say that, no, I'm better.
Where's old
Prove it.
short drain and
Nah.
wrinkly?
This is terrible. Father is missing. I think Gall and Maya may have kidnapped him as well.
Relax, sweetheart. I got everything under control.
Under control? Lurker armies continue to grow across the land. The sages have been kidnapped. Gall and Maya have gathered enough eco to complete their
Colin.
terrible plan. And to
Gar.
stop them, you're going to have
Sound
to
like you
fight
said
your way
Colin.
through their citadel.
Yeah. That about sums it up.
You've got to rescue my father before it's too late. And Jack, be careful.
Yeah, we will be.
So next time.
be careful.
Yeah, we will be. You don't even care about Daxter.
No, he's a little shit anyway.
Well, even when he was a human, I don't think she cared about
No
it.
one cared about Daxter.
Still a little shit anyway.
It's about time you two decided to show up.
Nice to see you, too. Do they have you mopping the floors now?
There's no time for jokes, Daxter. Gall and Maya kidnapped us to sap our energies to power their abominable machine.
Just zapped
It
them.
appears they have combined the functional remains of a precursor robot with scavenged artifacts
They even
from across
put
the land.
extra stuff on.
Then they added a few diabolical
giant
additions
painting.
of their own.
Oh yeah,
the
but
one thing capable of
the
opening the
going back
dark
to the
eco
Konami
silos.
thing, I guess, real quick,
If
is
you can
I said
free the
if
four of us,
Kojima
we
for
can
some
use
reason
our
agreed, I could see him
combined
going
powers
back
to break
and
the force shield
remaking
surrounding
his
the
game.
robot
I can see him
before
remake
they use
5.
it to
Since
destroy the
they
world.
already started with 3, I get to see him going down the timeline and remaking everything.